Sometimes, funny me, you pour a little bit of gasoline and burned out, so to speak. Come a little closer, here's some disclosure. Do you mind to quit your pretending? Truth or false, the shit never ending. Hear me now and stop condescending. You see I'm begging, you hear me begging. If you're sick for love, don't try to hide it. Find it deep inside and try to hide it. If there's a way, I wanna know we tried it. Quit your games and now that you denied it. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know you're the safest bet. Losing my mind, can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying again. Reason right and take our time and choose. Whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we step or jello. I got room and make amends, but can't go through the same regrets. It could feel so good on mine. Not about love, again. And I know you're the safest bet. Deep or shallow, please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we step or jello. Close your eyes with me, start imagining a world full of love. We can change the stars with our hands and hearts, make them shine on us. But no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Come from near and far, with
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Buenas tardes, guten tag, bonjour, konnichiwa, good afternoon. I am Dr. Juan Baez, and I have had the honor and privilege to serve this class, my first as principal here at Milwaukee School of Languages. This afternoon, I welcome each of our families, friends, and distinguished guests, and thank everyone for joining us today as we recognize and celebrate the class of 2020. Before I begin, I must acknowledge that we are operating in conditions for which a blueprint does not exist, within a seemingly new normal that a few months ago would have been unheard of, a reality where masks have become everyday accessories. Your experience as seniors will forever be connected to COVID-19. However, I remind you of what Tupac Shakur once said, everybody is at war with different things. I'm at war with my own heart sometimes. Sometimes there will be conflict between what you should do and what you want to do, but life's about riding the bumps to reach where you want to go. To the graduating class of 2020, I would like to begin with a request of each of you. Do you remember our first assembly back in August 2019, when I spoke to you about myself, our rules, our expectations, senior year, and you were all in your seats looking at me, probably wondering, who is this guy? Do you remember what I closed with? That each and every one of you is great, and it is our goal to support your greatness. Today, we recognize that greatness, but we are also setting the tone for the greatness that is yet to come. Many of you celebrate today as honor roll and high honor roll graduates, German, French, and Spanish Honor Society scholars, National Honor Society scholars, Senior Language Project scholars, Seal of Biliteracy candidates, and Capstone Diploma candidates. You leave Milwaukee School of Languages multilingual in either Japanese, French, German, or Spanish. This combination of academic excellence and multilingualism and multiculturalism improves your competitiveness in the job market, not to mention the free credits if you're going to college. It also opens doors to new career opportunities, new social and cultural opportunities, a new perspective, and the cognitive flexibility, which also seems to slow old age. And who doesn't want to look younger longer, right? Because greatness cannot be reached alone, I would like to thank our parents and families for supporting your child on this ever-evolving journey, a journey you helped shape and nurture since the very beginning. I would also like to thank all of the MSL teachers and administrators for your role in this journey. Your instruction and guidance over these years have served as beacons to stay the course. Together with parents, MSL staff, and the MSL community, A strong foundation for greatness has been forged. Thank you. Seniors, I stand before you today with gratitude. You have been a positive, passionate, persistent, and dedicated class of hardworking and successful young adults. You were fierce advocates for your own learning. You were leaders and role models to those below you. You celebrated each other and supported each other. You were not afraid to have those tough conversations. You truly had an incredible impact on our school, our community, and we truly appreciate all that you have done, not only for yourselves, but again, Milwaukee School of Languages and the MSL community. There is no doubt that while at MSL, you developed quite a reputation for yourselves, and people noticed. In fact, people always notice. You were definitely ride or die for each other. Your voices serving as constant reminders of growth. Never stop growing. You have the capacity to build things, learn new concepts, bring life to ideas, and do great things when you connect with other talented individuals. So be sure to keep growing as you move on to the next chapter of your journey. We have also noticed all the work you have done during your time here at Milwaukee School of Languages, earning your seat here today. So as you embark on your next journey or your next chapter of your journey, I would like to remind you of what Ellen DeGeneres once said. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. By all means, you should follow that path. Thank you.
Hello, Milwaukee Public Schools class of 2020. I'm Dr. Keith P. Posley, the proud superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools, and I'm delighted to share a message with you as we participate in this special occasion. None of us would have ever guessed that we would be in this unique position today, a virtual graduation. No other class of students have been faced with a situation that this group of young people endured. You have been faced with completing your K-12 education during an unprecedented times. Even though you have experienced an abrupt school closure during the final year, I congratulate you for having the courage and fortitude to finish strong. But because of this unusual circumstance, you and your classmates are truly a special class. Your ability to stand tall during the changes and your drive to complete your education is commendable. The class of 2020 is more resilient, talented, and resourceful, and more prepared than other high school class for enduring this public health crisis. I am confident and inspired by the way you all have leaned in and advocated. You all have called me, emailed me, as well as other members of the district. So that shows me that you have courage and know how to speak up for yourself. Remember that the education that you have received cannot be taken away from you. It will only open doors. The world is ready for you. You will make a difference creating a strong future. As you move forward confidently in the next steps of your journey, I want to encourage you to never forget your years as an MPS student, as an MPS graduate, and to share your gifts with others and remain lifelong learners. Embrace your learning and continue to move forward with your studies. To our parents, guardians, family members, friends, community members, special guests, and staff, thank you for standing with our young people, supporting them, and never giving up on them along this journey. As the superintendent of the Milwaukee Public Schools, I am proud of your accomplishments. I celebrate your college acceptance, scholarship awards, military acceptance, and post-secondary career offers. Congratulations, graduates. We're expecting great things from you. Stay positive during these challenging times. Even though this is your last chapter in high school, you will always be the first. You make me truly MPS proud. I salute the class of 2020.
Hello, I am Anya Arnhold, and I am your class valedictorian. Steve Jobs once said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards." So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. We've shared many memories as a class, from our first day of freshman year, our first pep rally, homecoming dance, to cheering on our girls' basketball team at state, to playing on the teams ourselves, to storming out of pep rally junior year, to countless hours spent each year arguing over what our themes and shirts should be, to our senior year planning and practicing our entrance and preparing in Mr. Sedum's room beforehand, to our staff student basketball game, to now completing our senior year of high school, chanting 2-0 all the way. In normal years, this is a time of great change. We're leaving our classmates and our closest friends that we've known for 4, 7, and even 14 years, and starting a new chapter. This new beginning is full of hope, excitement, and anticipation, but also fear and anxiety. Those feelings are only amplified by our unique experience. More than any class before us, we're learning early on how unknown the future truly is. We're seeing firsthand how important it is to be as prepared as we can be for events that are impossible to predict. Whether you're going on to further your education, enter the workforce, or travel, or whatever you have ahead of you, hopefully you have a plan. Having a plan, a roadmap laid out for yourself, is important. But realize that what you're pursuing now may not ultimately be your calling. The average person will change careers 6 times in their working life. If you don't know what you're passionate about yet, that's okay. These next few years will be the most formative years of our lives. For many of us, we'll finally gain some independence and control over our daily routine. We'll no longer have to sit in a building 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, to learn topics that may not interest us. Now is the time to explore your interests, those things you've always wanted to do, but haven't had the time or have been too scared to go for. Follow your passion, but don't make it your only option. Remember that what we valued in 5th grade is completely different from what we value now, and what we value now will continue to change throughout our lives. But with this independence comes a major responsibility. We will no longer have people looking over us, reminding us of deadlines and due dates. We won't have our counselors, teachers, and family members making sure that everything is completed for us to get from point A to point B. The steps to being successful will no longer be so clearly defined. Each of our paths to success and our ideas of what success is will look different. We have to make decisions to determine what's important and work for results. If we fail or make a mistake, we can't let that bog us down or stop us in our tracks. To reach our goals, we need to learn from our mistakes, identify what led us to that point, improve, work to keep it from happening again, and persevere. Our futures and outcomes will all be vastly different from each other. The experiences we live through, the milestones we reach, and the goals we hope to achieve. No two will be the same. But we can be united in the fact that we've made it this far together, our small family, and continue to help and support each other going forward. As Hillary Clinton once said, always aim high, work hard, and care deeply about what you believe in. When you stumble, keep faith. And when you're knocked down, get right back up. And never listen to anyone who says you can't or shouldn't go on. Thank you.
Hello, graduating class of 2020. I'm Marcia Fernandez, and as I stand here giving my pre-recorded speech to you, I would like to say how proud I am of all of you. It's been 2 months since we have been together. I hope that as you look back at our graduation, you are reminded of the constant movement of life and how that even a pandemic didn't stop us from moving forward. We may not have discovered gravity like Isaac Newton during quarantine, but we are still graduating. In the past 2 months, we have learned more about ourselves, and we have seen and experienced how unpredictable life can be. When I was asked to prepare a speech for graduation, it came as a surprise to me. After all, when you are under a safer-at-home order by your governor, you aren't really thinking that a graduation can be possible. The idea of having a virtual graduation has never settled well with me. I'm capable of understanding the logistical reasons, but I wish it would be different and we could celebrate our accomplishments together. But life keeps going and we need to move forward. And as the graduating class of 2020, that is exactly what we have been asked to do. I suggest we do that with no regrets, with no thoughts of what could have been, but rather with pride of what we have done and with enthusiasm of what is waiting for us in the future. After sharing the same path for the last 7 years with most of you, here is where we start our separate journeys. Some of you are going to college, while others will explore different routes. We'll face new challenges and experience more unforeseeable circumstances. But what is certain is that MSL will always be a place of memories we can all look back to. Who doesn't remember trying to open their lockers for the first time? Or our first homecoming dance? The pep rallies that we knew were rigged for the seniors? Sitting in the auditorium with MSL pride, watching our girls' basketball team go to state? Watching our friends perform for the Black History Month, which was always postponed to another month? Or singing Hamilton songs driving back from the play in Chicago and being stuck for hours after the coach bus broke down? Unfortunately, not all memories are pleasant. We had some losses along the way and some other reasons to shed some tears. Those sad memories, along with all the good ones, have helped us become the people we are today. I would like to end this with a personal message. To my teachers, thank you for inspiring me to question and for showing me that learning never stops. To my coaches, thank you for challenging me to never give up. To MSL staff, thank you for your ongoing support and guidance. To Milwaukee German Immersion School, thank you for paving the path for my success. To my friends, there is so much I would like to say. You have always been there for me. You are part of what makes me smile every morning. We have shared laughs and challenges. We have grown up together. Know that I love you. I will miss you. Thank you for being you. To my family, you have taught me to love myself and others and also how it feels to be loved. I am thankful for having you by my side, now and always. I love you guys. And to the class of 2020, we have contributed to the history of MSL. And now we are ready to contribute elsewhere in our new journeys. We made it. Congratulations to all of you. I will miss you, and as Coach Hagan would say, keep the faith.
Hello, Milwaukee Public Schools seniors. I'm Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate you on all your hard work that's gotten you to this momentous day. Now, I know this isn't the high school graduation ceremony that any of you envisioned as you studied hard for your exams, stayed up late working on projects, and dedicated your time and energy to extracurriculars and enriching your community. But that doesn't mean that your efforts are any less worthy of recognition. In fact, this virtual ceremony demonstrates just how much all of you had to go through to get here today, and how much you deserve this honor. We all know that graduating from high school can already be a challenge. And all you had to do it during a literal pandemic. Having to miss your prom, your final seasons of sports, your last band and choir concerts. These are important moments that none of you should have had to sacrifice. Not to mention the daily challenges of staying home and not being able to see your friends, or having to share screens with your siblings or your parents for school. And I know that some of you had to face even more serious troubles as a result of the pandemic's impact on our healthcare system and on our economy. You all have had to grow up much faster than any other generation. But with each day you stayed home, you've endured these challenges. You haven't just kept your family and your community safer, you've become stronger and more resilient too. And as an MPS graduate and a Milwaukee native, you've made me incredibly proud to represent you and to represent our entire community. You all are doing your part to get us out of this crisis and getting us to a time where we can all hang out with each other once again in person, or go out to eat at our favorite restaurants, and hug our grandparents, and all the others you've had to remain physically distant from. So congratulations once again, seniors. After all you've been through in the last couple months, I know you'll be able to take on any challenge that comes your way. And I look forward to witnessing the change that you all bring as you continue to shape our future. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jeanette Kowalik, and I am the Commissioner of Health for the City of Milwaukee. I'm also an MPS graduate. I graduated from John Marshall High School in 1997. So I want to just thank you all for just the continued support. Again, thank you for the opportunity for being here and to be able to just acknowledge all the great work that has happened. Class of 2020, you definitely are the true MVPs. You are definitely representing a time period where the world has really paused, and some people would say fallen apart. But because of the time period that we're in, this is an opportunity for you all to lead and to really change how we're moving through society. This is a very important time. With that being said, I just want to give you a couple of points of inspiration moving forward from this point in time. So first of all, please realize that you're graduating during a pandemic is a sign of greatness, tenacity, and courage. For you all to have to go through this and you're still able to maintain, you're holding your head high, and you're using technology to do creative things to still communicate with other people, as well as really make a name for yourself and figure it out. So the next is time away. So sometimes you need time away from the distractions of regular life. So kicking it, going out, actually going to class, what are you going to wear, how are you presenting yourself? There's a lot that goes into being out and about. During this pandemic, since there's no school, you've had the ability to learn from home. But it also gives you the time to be still and really figure out who you are and how do you want to present yourself. So that reflection time is very valuable. Most people don't have that. Most people are living someone else's life, living other people's expectations for them, whether it's their family, whether it's their community, other social groups, church, you name it. So figuring out who are you and what is your authentic expression of who you are, and doing that now. So again, using this pandemic time to really figure out who you are and how you want to express yourself and what type of career you want to have for yourself, what brings you joy, what sparks that passion in you, and then pursue that. Whatever sparks joy in you, follow that. That's a sign that you're getting closer to where you need to be in life. Again, look for opportunities to lead, even if it's in your household, if it's in your community. When you see a problem needs to be fixed, it's easy to gripe and complain about it, but what are you doing to make it better? You know, how can you say, I helped fix that problem? Really think about that in your approach and how you're investing energy in the various situations. So in closing, I just want to, again, acknowledge you all for graduating during a pandemic, and you are the chosen ones. You are the true MVPs. And the rest of us will continue to support you because remember, we're starting a new decade. So you're going to change the tide of how things are done for years to come. So again, congratulations, and thank you for the opportunity to address the class of 2020.
MPS graduating class of 2020. It is truly an honor for me to be here today speaking to you I know it's not necessarily how you thought your graduation would look or what you dreamed it up to be, but that doesn't take anything away from what you've accomplished. You should be extremely proud of that diploma that you're holding in your hand, virtual or not. You have earned it, and nobody can take that away from you. It's a thrill for me to be here. I grew up just down the road in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I spent many a days at County Stadium watching the Brewers play, at the Bradley Center watching the Bucks and the Admirals play. And I'm sure many of you right now are looking at me like, what's County Stadium? Which makes me feel very old, but it's a great place that the Brewers used to play, and Bernie used to slide down into a massive keg of beer. That's neither here nor there. That's just me going down memory lane, and I'm sure your parents know what I'm talking about. But anyways, back to why I'm here today. I'm here to celebrate you guys. I'm here to celebrate your graduation, everything that you've accomplished, and also hopefully give you a bit of advice as you head into the next chapter of your life. And I'm not here to take up too much of your time. I know that you've had Zoom meetings, Zoom classes, Zoom everything for the last few months. So the last thing you want to do is sit here and listen to me talk. But I'm going to try and hopefully give you a little bit of advice that can help you as you move on. You've just accomplished something great. You've gone through the whole school system, you went and graduated high school, and you've done something to make yourself and your families extremely proud. Don't move on to the next step without taking a second to acknowledge that. Pat yourself on the back a little bit and be proud of yourself. You've just done something great. You should take a second to be proud of that. And then once you're done with that, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, the next day, ask yourself what's next. Maybe you're headed off to college. Maybe you're headed off into the workforce. Whatever it may be, you're headed into a brand new chapter of your life. And the most beautiful part about that is you get to decide what that chapter looks like. You're the person holding the pen that's going to write your story in that next 4 or 5 years. What does that look like for you? How are you going to make it as great as you can possibly make it? Ever since high school, I've had a motto that I've lived my life by. Dream big, work hard. My parents have always tried to instill in me that you can do anything you want in this world as long as you have big enough dreams and you're willing to put in the time, effort, and energy to make those dreams a reality. That's what I encourage you guys to do as you head into that next chapter. I encourage you to have big dreams. Whatever you want to do, whether it's sports, whether you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, whether you want to be a teacher, whether you want to inspire the next generation, whether you want to do charitable work, whatever it is that you want to do, I encourage you to dream as big as you can possibly dream. Don't ever let anybody tell you that your dreams are not realistic. When I was in middle school, we had to write a paper on what we wanted to be when we were growing up. I wrote I want to be an NFL player. The teacher wrote back that my paper was good, but asked me to maybe create some more realistic dreams. Well, I am in the NFL, so that came true. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go on to be an NFL player or whatever it is, but I want you to believe in yourself that much, and I want you to have dreams that big. Because the only way you can accomplish them is if at first you think of them and you believe in them. The second part of accomplishing those big dreams is the hard work. You have to be willing to put in the time, the effort. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You can do great things, but it's going to be hard. Nobody ever said it's going to be easy, and I'm definitely not here to tell you it's going to be easy. Whatever your goal is, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to accomplish, you're going to have to put in a lot of time, effort, and energy. You know, the old saying, nothing worth having comes easy. It's true. I mean, it's just a fact. You have to go out there and you have to do the work. And you have a chance. You have your whole life in front of you. You just graduated from high school and you can literally go out into the world and become whoever you want to be. It's a beautiful place to be. I'm excited for you. I'm jealous of you. You're sitting in an incredible position. And you can sense the excitement. I'm giddy for you because I'm excited to see what you're going to go out there and accomplish in this world. And I know your families are just as excited. Your friends are there to help you, support you, and push you in the right direction. And I guess that would be my last message to you as well. Help each other out. Push each other to be even better than you are now. Because nobody can do it alone. It's going to take many people to make your dreams come true. And the more people you have supporting you, believing in you, and pushing you, the better off you're going to be. You guys have just accomplished something great, and you're off to do even greater things in the future. I thank you for letting me speak to you today, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish in the future. So take a second, be proud, enjoy it, take it all in, and then ask yourself, what's next?
What's up, everybody? It's Kevon Looney here from the Golden State Warriors and Hamilton High School alumni. First of all, I just want to congratulate the class of 2020 for doing something special. I know during these tough times where people got to stay at home, you guys got to learn online and can't be around your friends every day and it just not be able to be at school all the time. It's been tough on everybody, but you guys did something special by graduating. You know, this is a moment that you will remember for the rest of your life. I want you to celebrate today and enjoy this moment. You know, talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, enjoy all the things and go down memory lane and just treat this day so really special. You know, I remember my high school graduation is one of the biggest accomplishments of my life, something I worked all my life for, my parents are really proud of, and you know, it was really special to me. And I had a lot of opportunities to go to different schools out of state and do a lot of different things, but it was big for me to be able to walk across stage and be part of an MPS graduation and have my parents be there and have my family be there and be able to celebrate something special. So I just want to, again, congratulate this class of 2020 for doing something amazing and, you know, enjoy this moment. You know, I know you guys are probably worried about what's next, you know, where you're going to go to college and what you're going to do for the rest of your life, but take this moment to celebrate, thank your teachers, thank your parents, and just enjoy this moment. You know, I can't say that enough, that this is gonna be probably one of your best memories of your life. You know, when you get older and you're gonna be talking about the things you used to do in high school and all the friends you had, all the classes you had, all the lunch period times, all those talks with your friends that, you know, that's gonna last a lifetime. You know, enjoy the company of your fellow classmates. Y'all did this together. Y'all a special group of people, and I know you guys are gonna be the next leaders of the world. So, you know, enjoy your day and stay safe out here. You know, it's tough times for everybody, but you guys are the next leaders of this world, and I just want to continue to congratulate you guys on being great. And 2020, you guys did it.
Devon Alamape, Timothy Armstrong, Anya Arnholt, Terriana Bell, Jonah Beauty, Tiana Blue, Kelly Bond, Esther Braun, Valerie Bremen Flores, Ashanti Brookshire, Kayla Brown, Keyshawn Bryant, Myra Cardanas, Jaden Carter, Alexis Chapman, Sincere Colbert, Deasia Davis, Solomon Edwards, Andre Ellis, Amy Farrell, Marce Fernandez, Shayla Fitzpatrick, David Flaherty, Brandon Fleming, Michael Freeman, Marcus Galeon, Nicholas Gamble, Christian Gallup, Jasmine Groff, Justin Grant, Arik Gray Carter, Isabel Grimes, Selena Gutierrez, Marcus Hammond, Zelena Harrell, Ella Harris, Cheyenne Harris, Jada Headley, Tamari Hinton, Haley Hurd, Sidlali Hernandez, Latrell Howard, Nevaeh Howard, Rodney Ingram, Jaden Jacobs, Christopher Kennedy, Jamal Lampkin, Amaya Langston, Pernell Lewis, Toussaint Lewis, Tyann Linton, Caleb Lopez, Gianna Lopez, Nicole Luna, Jonathan Matson, Christopher McHugh,
Daniel Mercier, Selena Minor, Lance Morgan, Danny Nettle, Boyd Obermeyer, Joynell Perry, Maria de Jesus Plácido Sepúlveda, Jayla Rayford, Janelle Reisling, Alexandria Robinson, Elijah Rodriguez, Anna Roglin, Sierra Rogers, Briseida Salazar, Joanna Sanchez, Edric Sayers, Devin Schultz, Layla Scott, Janaea Scott Greer, Mikhail Schaefer, Derek Smith, Peyton Smith, Ariana Snell, Keith Standback, Whitney Taberfor, Davina Tate, Morgan Taylor, Chai Tao, Adrian Thomas, Angelina Thomas, Javier Thompson, Ariana Torres, Alexander Torres, Keontre Trice, Guillermo Valadez, Lucas Vandry, Lily Vang, Nicholas Vang, Morgan Verhallen, Amaya Washington, Shakira Washington, Sierra Watkins, Canada Watson, Josiah Weston, Malik Williams, Sheldon Williams, Nichelle Wilson, Natalie Zhong, Nathan Zhong, Betty Yang, Chi Yang, Wesley Cetina Sampala. And now I turn to Dr. Bias for the confirming and turning of the tassel. Congratulations, graduates.
Milwaukee School of Language families and guests, we are at the time that you all have been waiting for. If I can have the graduating class of 2020, please rise. Graduates of Milwaukee School of Languages, turn your tassels from right to left. By the authority vested in me by the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction, the Milwaukee Board of School Directors, and by the Superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools, I now declare you official graduates of the Milwaukee Public Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Milwaukee School of Languages Class of 2020.